Wise old who? The brainy Mr. Who. I experienced something quite unusual last week and I want to understand it clearly. I went to Mr. Who for some advice. Let me tell you about Mr. Who. He is the smartest friend that I know. He reminds me of my pa. Like pa, Mr. Who is never without a book. It is like an appendage of some sort. He reads books all the time. I thought all that book smarts should come in handy with my question. What made me sick? Last week, eager for a morning walk, my pa put the collar and leash on me. I was happy to comply because the morning dew felt like wet velvet underneath my paws. The sun was just beginning to shine and the birds were out in full festive mode as they look for food to eat. I was in a happy mood. I started to walk on the grass but my pa insisted that I walk on the gravel road. He kept tugging on my collar and directing me to walk on the road. I didn't like that at all and I dug my back paws in resistance. But, how could I overcome my pa's insistent tug? So, I went along. It felt like a long walk even though it was just around the bend. When I got home, I was exhausted. I got down on the floor, panted a bit, drank a few sips of the cool water and went to sleep. I woke up and my paws were on fire. Mr. Who fluffed his wings and exhaled deeply. It seems to me that you suffered from gravel burns. While you were resisting and digging your paws on the ground, the friction between the skin on your paws and the ground produced burns. Friction is energy created when two surfaces touch. I was so sick I could not eat. I could not walk on my paws. I found it difficult to use the litter box. I was miserable. But not as miserable as Pa. Burdened with guilt, he tried his best to comfort me. He went to the store and bought me some turkey slices which I could not resist. But it was Ma who said that I have to see my vet Dr. Krebs. So, the very next day I was off to visit him. He prescribed some pain medication which I took in the next 3 days. I felt much better after the first dose. If there was a lesson here, I learned that I should not walk outside on a hot day. I should not dig my paws on the ground while prodded to walk. And the most important thing is when I am sick I get expensive turkey slices. Like I said, two can play at this game.